Well, we've had a good conversation here, and I think we've gotten into a lot of topics. We're starting to run out of time a little bit, and so what I'd like to do is maybe skip down our list of topics and maybe get into some things that don't get as much focus as what we've been talking about. And one of the things that I think is of interest to people is the social issues, things like abortion, the gay marriage amendment that is moving ahead, and I'd like to hear from both of you a little bit about your thoughts on the social issues facing the state.
Sure. I think one of the biggest differences is you're going to have in this race is our positions on, women's health, reproductive rights, the best way to, address these issues. We have a legislature that, the Republicans that I used to know are ones that said, don't raise my taxes too much, don't regulate my business too much, and stay out of my personal business. Well, the Wisconsin Republicans in the Assembly are raising your taxes, I don't know about, trying less, environmental pollution and getting in your bedrooms. We have policies right now that say that doctors and healthcare administrators can make up their own minds based on their personal belief, not what's best for the patient. So if you have grandparents that are facing end-of-life decisions, a hospital administrator can make up the decision on how they should be treated versus what you may want in the best interest of your family. And so there's an absolute disconnect. The issue related to abortion has gotten so out of line by these extremists, and we need to get back to what is the best way to reduce the number of unwanted pregnancies. And we've seen with sex ed, with contraception, with strong family planning policies, we can reduce the need for unwanted pregnancies and for abortion. The policies that attack contraception, that attack family planning, and that attack privacy rights, go directly against what the outcome of everybody should be, which is to reduce the number of unwanted pregnancies. So it's incredible that a state that used to be as progressive as Wisconsin now gets something like a D in terms of family planning. And these attacks on women's health, the fact that our own representatives, Carol Ressler and Greg Underheim, wouldn't even hold hearings on emergency contraception for rape victims. So if someone's raped and they go to the hospital, there's no guarantee that they're going to be allowed to have emergency contraception provided to prevent that pregnancy. And so I think, that is, these are going to be important differences in this race on the women's health issue. Are you going to side on the side of women's health and actually preventing unwanted pregnancies, or are you going to side with the extremists? I would spill that over into the stem cell issue. I'm not sure why this has become partisan, but here's an issue where we have the opportunity to not only invest in something that we've got a head start on, but provide some long-term health solutions and cures to science with embryonic stem cell research. Something that, we flush millions of embryonic stem cells down the toilet every day, and there's no value applied to those. But when our scientists want to do something life-saving, I don't know too many people that haven't been impacted by Parkinson's or diabetes or Alzheimer's or one of these life-crippling diseases that doesn't support science being able to work on something that has the potential. And the longer we wait, the longer it's going to be. But for some reason, the extremists in the legislature have gotten in the way of, allowing us to continue to invest. There's Nancy Reagan, Bill Frist. There are plenty of social conservatives out there who recognize that. Why is this becoming partisan? Why can't we separate the science from, a good public policy and allow people? There's a number of social issues out there. I think these are going to be huge differences in the race. And, I'm on the side of science and I'm on the side of women.
That's funny. I
don't think it's that funny. A lot of people are pretty insulted, Julie.
I'm on the side of science, and I'm on the side of women as well.
Oh, your positions don't align with that.
I'm on the side of science, and I'm on the side of women as well. And there are scientists who disagree. Regarding abortion, I have spoken with the Concerned Citizens for Women's Health. We do have some philosophical differences, but there is common ground. I'm pro-life. As a legislator, I would work very carefully and respectfully with that group, because I think there's great agreement that we need to work on reducing the number of abortions. I have 4 sons. I have raised my 4 sons in this kind of crazy world we live in, and I've raised my 4 sons to be respectful of women, and I am very concerned. I'm very concerned about the health of women. We have huge challenges in this culture, and I would ask that we have a respectful conversation about people with differing views, because we all want that same end result of young women who are able to be self-confident and healthy in this society. Stem cell research, I'm 110% supportive of adult stem cell research, which is not very much talked about and has great promise in terms of finding results. Yes, embryonic stem cell research is another social issue with ethical consequences, and we need to be science-based in that area as well.
I guess I just respectfully disagree. There's an absolute disconnect between saying you support women's health and then supporting doctors making decisions based on their personal beliefs. I mean, what other industry do we know out there where we say to professionals, you can make decisions based on your personal beliefs, not what's best for the patient? What other policy, why do the policies of our state assembly go directly attacking contraception and family planning and money we get from the federal government that would prevent unwanted pregnancies if that was their goal? Why do our scientists in Wisconsin say the real potential is in embryonic stem cell research, not that adult stem cell research limits what we can do? We want to find the answer. We want to find the cures to these diseases. We want to recognize the potential, and that is only through these things. So you can't have it both ways. You can't say you're on the side of science and the side of women's health, yet support the extremist agenda of the groups that are endorsing you.
Scientists disagree.
Which scientists? I mean, the scientists in Wisconsin, the people that are behind this, I mean, I think almost 100% of people.
There is
you're going to find someone with an online degree.
Professor who has written textbooks on the issue of stem cell, and there is basic disagreement, Gordon. You don't have to call people extremists just because they disagree with you, and there can be respectful dialogue about these issues and about finding solutions for health of women and finding solutions in terms of this stem cell debate. It is not an easy debate, and there are ethical issues, but
What are the ethical issues, Julie?
Well,
why do we allow fertilized eggs to be flushed down the toilet every day, and we apply no value to those? They're destroyed the same way. But when science decides that they're going to do something, I mean, these are fertilized eggs that can grow into an organ or grow into an arm. You know, they can be frozen. Life cannot be the same thing. I mean, this is preconception. And so I don't know why we have, again, applied some ideology to something that has such potential.
Preconception is not a problem.
Well, that's what we're talking about. Fertilized eggs, they're not embedded yet. So it's before conception, but we've applied life to something, again, that gets flushed down the toilet every day. But when science tries to do it, we block it. Something that can grow into an organ or an arm. So, I mean, I guess I don't know why this is so partisan when so many people support it, and it holds such hope for those that are suffering.
Okay, we're very close to being out of time, so just the last word there, Julie, on this, or we'll move on.
Well, I think we've probably
Okay.
debated this enough.
Okay, all right. I think then we're going to probably have to wrap this up, and I want to thank both of you for coming on the show. I thought we had a good conversation. Thank you, John. I think we got into some topics that maybe we don't always get into in such great depth. For those of you who are watching, I want to remind you that this show will be available between now and November 7th, the election day. Please get out and vote. You'll be able to watch it on City Cable 10. It will also be simulcast over WOCT FM 101.9. And finally, the information can also be accessed from the Oshkosh News website, www.oshkoshnews.org. Thank you very much for watching. Okay.